break it?
That's what it sounded like it broke.
Hush.
I'm just saying, you have to pay for this later if you broke the couch.
It doesn't. It's all covered.
Anyways. Hi.
Better than that.
Welcome to episode 33 of Eat Time. This is a special episode, as you probably read from the description. But we'll get to that. Alright, not description, title. Same difference. But we'll get to that later.
We don't
He
condone.
can't think violence. He's
We
starting
do
to
not.
at first.
We do not.
I know you're going to say
violence.
something stupid, worthy of getting hit, so I hit you prematurely.
Hey,
Well, am I wrong? There we go.
hey, we do not condone violence.
No,
Right?
but sometimes
Hang
people
on,
deserve
hang on.
to get hit.
This is gonna be uploaded on YouTube and you're beating them around, man.
Remember, be
Yeah, it
children.
really is.
Anyway, episode 33, we're going to go straight into the week's leaks real quick, and then we're going to talk about the topic. So we're going to go first with Fruit's Sword Dragon. It's a grade 3 support for Neonectar. Continuous Vanguard Rigor during your turn. Increase this unit's power by the total original power of all of your grade 0 rear guards. So if you're Arboros engineering, that's 10k plant tokens, let's say 4 plant tokens on field. This guy is getting extra 40 for no good reason.
I mean,
Force two.
it's a great card. It's similar to the grade 2 in Nubatama, where it gets plus 15.
I mean, Neonectar is just a copy of Nubatama, just plant tokens can boost.
Yeah, actually. They don't have to do any of the extra
They had
work.
to give the
No.
token support to Neonectar so they wouldn't get salty.
Pretty much. Moving on. Hamster support. We actually saw another hamster grade 2 like we probably predicted. And it's actually not that bad. It can be played both in Isabel and in Himsuke.
Squeak, squeak.
It can. It helps both.
We'll get on that.
We'll get on that.
Okay, not Isabel, but into drop zone because Leopold could be something else.
Into mill deck.
There you go.
Hamusuke's rival Red Blue Pencil Hamihiko.
Cause
Auto Vanguard Rigor. When placed, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. Look at 2 cards from the top of your deck. Put 1 card from among them into your hand and put the rest into your drop zone. Auto Vanguard Rigor once per turn. When your card is put into the drop zone from your deck, you may have this unit get power of 5k until the end of the turn. So it's a 14k swinger. And it technically still mills, so stuff like Tank Mouse still work with this card. And Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 is not that big of a cost in Hamscape. In the mill deck,
You don't want to waste that.
no.
For multiple reasons. One, the resource that it takes is so heavy. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and you're... No. And the 14k is kind of lackluster considering you have the barcode.
Yeah. Granted, this is replacing itself when you place it. So it's a Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Look it up to draw a specific card. Like
That
it's-
is a 1 for 2. And that's bad. In Hamsters, it's great.
Exactly.
In any other deck, it's bad.
Yeah.
Fight me.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
also the same fact that you guys have trouble soul charging.
Not even Soul Charging, even Counter Charging.
Mm-mm.
Both.
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 The only Great Nature deck that runs Leopold and stuff like that doesn't have that issue is Premium.
Anyway, moving on. A grade 3 support for the mill deck. Daring Scientist Marmartan. Oof, Marmartan. Whatever.
the animal.
Exactly. Auto Vanguard Rigor. When placed, cost Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Put the top card of your deck into your drop zone and perform one of the effects below depending on the card's type. A normal unit, your opponent cannot intercept until the end of turn. A trigger unit, retire all of your opponent's rear guards in the same column as this unit. Man. Honestly, compared to everything that was out, man.
Alright, so if we're going to look at this. This is a card that you either run as a one of to fill up the slot until you get the other cards that you need, or it's something that you designate to either Isabel or Leopold.
Yeah.
You do not have this in the it's not a part of a trifecta here. It is a part of I'm gonna try and make this bad.
Yeah. Moving on.
You're not wrong.
Hey, at least it has the Excel one.
Talking on hard for people.
Anyway, moving on. Last bit of leaks from the set, because the set actually came out in Japan and we're waiting on it in English. And actors fawning over all the SVRs and SKSPs.
No,
and
not all of them. Just one.
Find the Arboros.
That Arboros
Yeah,
is
that
so
Arboros
gorgeous.
is
Like, they're
pretty.
beautiful.
It's
But
so nice.
last little bit of leak. We got a Gold Paladin Grade 1 double rare. Finally seen Gold Paladin Grade 1s, but they're... Knight of Strong Influence. Contagious?
Contagious.
Whoa, give me that.
What is it, the plague?
Uh-huh, man.
I won't think something else.
Contagious?
Uh,
Right?
Contagious?
contagious.
Contagious.
Let's just hope so he's not sick.
It's contagious. And Hector, I swear on your mom, if you give him a stupid app, no.
No. Stop. Knight of Strong Influence Contagious. Auto rear guard. When it boosts, if your Vanguard is not a Fury Aggravate, perform all of the effects below according to up to the number of rear guards you call this turn. 2 or more until the end of that battle, the boosted unit gets power 3k. 4 or more, then that unit gets power 5k. So it's extra 5k to the boosting unit. And it's until the end of that battle, keep in mind. So it's technically a 16k booster if you call 4 or more. Not a bad card. I don't see space in the way I play Aggravate. Could be in an interesting build.
I could see this in more of a tempo style play because you can control it a little bit.
Correct.
Your playstyle is YOLO.
YOLO.
No one
There's-
laughs against that.
YOLO.
There is no question that man is straight YOLO.
Yep. And then, alright, so that was a set, and we're unfortunately, like Bermuda players, I love you, but for us, we're in fishing season right now. It's not much to look forward to,
And Lon's the one that's fishing right
but we're still gonna cover the cards.
Yeah.
Someone's got
For example,
Huh.
a Feeble Wash Tekla. Auto Vanguard. When placed, cost reveal a grade 4 from hand. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order. Draw the same number of cards as the number of cards you put, and shuffle your deck. Can someone say Mulligan 2?
Okay, so
Can
Can
What
someone
did you call
say
it?
that art though? Okay, let's talk about that art.
Tekla, and I got a Manu Water Wave to Kura.
my favorite
about that
comparison
art,
with this.
Boobies.
Let's
Boobies!
She is underage.
How do you know she's underage? She's a mermaid. She could be 300 years old for all we know.
Alright, please don't even get
let's
on that.
not do this.
This is not an anime review club, this is Vanguard.
Anyways,
All right.
anyways, so
We're not-
Can
Maybe
someone
we can
say
do that.
Mulligan 2?
favorite comparison with this, but instead of at the beginning of your game, it's towards the middle of it. Because let's be honest, games using this deck are probably going to go mid to late. They're not going to be like super rushy with that sort of build. Serum powder for Magic.
Yep.
Yeah, anyone that plays Magic.
Thankfully, it's only a Vanguard skill.
Right. But and, I mean, honestly, anyone, and we're the ones that are going to make these comparisons. But anyone that plays Magic, especially Modern,
Yep.
and was around whenever serum powders were stupid, yeah, enjoy that. Now you can play this in Vanguard.
Ta-da!
Could be stupid.
Yeah.
Could be very, very
I'll
stupid.
play it for us, it's okay.
Yes, you'll make that sacrifice.
Lon will
I'm
make
prepared to make that
all
sacrifice.
the sacrifice.
Hey, it's a sacrifice for victory. V,
Yeah.
as in victory, not Vanguard.
Alright, last bit of leaks
Aggressive.
in all technicality leaks.
Aggressive.
Oh, that too. Okay, Hector showed me. I'm gonna pop it down here. 3 of them. They're just new starters for Bermudas because Bermuda has to have different starters because they have to have different plans.
Coral!
There you go.
Which one's which?
Swap them away.
Found a fanboy.
Last bit of
What was
actual
the
leaks. Just because Alex couldn't make it today, and the man's been hassling me about it, and still the answer is no, man. Vanguard sure got leaked on the episode. At the end of, it's not the official effect, but it's the episode effect, which means it's going to be close enough.
But dear God.
Dear God,
First-
the wording on this needs to be right.
First, let's cover the grade 2 Chachura. Chachura's back, and apparently his Chachura, whatever.
Chia.
On attack hit, Vanguard, Soul Blast 1 to bind 1 front row and draw 1. So it's basically almost the exact same as the last card, but now it's better, I guess.
It's still like good.
Regardless, not the important one. Vanquisher got its effect halfway leaked.
It's okay.
This is just speculations, but Cannabis 1, bind 1 opponent front row. If you have a grade 3 insult, also bind both player hand. If you bound 3 or more cards this turn, front row 10k plus.
So, the wording on that clearly needs to be wrong because that is absolute horse donkey. All right.
Thank you for censoring.
That is the best insult horse I've ever heard.
That is
Either that
garbage.
or it's got to have a really heavy cost.
Apparently, Cannabis 1 is the only cost.
That's the thing that's stupid.
Okay.
The freaking Great Nature, the Chad,
Oh God. Yeah.
yeah, Chad, the gorilla with the two freaking
Yeah.
he's a Soul Blast 5 in order to withstand all 25k hit. So the fact that something like that versus something like that.
But
Hey,
now we're going
by
to a
hand.
conversation of where grade 3s are just getting more and more powerful every time.
Here's my thing though.
The power
Here-
creep is coming back.
Here is my.
It isn't. It isn't.
This is not a power creep. This is not a power creep. This is someone who sat down and said, this deck, this wonderful deck that we kind of until he finally gave it a lot of super strong support later. Because you gotta admit, when it first came out,
Vanquish when it first came out was poor. Then Voltage came out and it was better, but everything power creeped real fast. And then now Standard here was like, you know what? Never coming here.
yeah.
Here.
Yeah, but I
goods.
kind of feel like they gave him a little too
Well,
much.
here's the thing.
You're like,
They're
oops,
not-
I didn't realize I had all this in my back pocket.
Yeah, I know, right?
have some money, some doodles, some like all this.
And
new car! New
Sorry we ignored you for all those years.
They are, yes. This is why you are nice to the weird kid in school.
it's the black sheep of
It's
Vanguard.
one of those moments. But the effect, I feel, is definitely one of those off-screen moments. They paid extra for the effect because they don't specify effects completely inside of it.
I mean, Arbor was a lot spot on. It just missed the whole other thing about making itself tokens.
Right.
Our Agrowing was pretty spot on.
But here's the thing: is if they didn't specify the full effect, because if you get into one of those, it really just depends on
Isabel's
how
pretty spot
dramatic the effect is.
I'm scared for the future.
On the other hand, though, if that is the true effect for Vanquisher,
The ceiling
imagine,
is
the ceiling
already.
like
The ceiling is
they just
real
kept
low
the ceiling
now.
out even higher. And we're just
Just keep this in mind.
Claret, we already know he's getting a restand skill, but there's got to be more to it.
I don't want to jump right back into I have to buy this one deck to be competitive. I don't want to live that life anymore. I'm trying to slim down so I can afford things like food.
I agree. I mean, but at least we have hope. If it gets too
What
too much-
hope?
too
What
much-
hope
And
is
there's
there?
hope in this game.
We might
For
be
the
going
first
back to
second, you
strikes.
you didn't let me finish. Bermuda's got hit. It did affect the deck, correct?
They're coming back even
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. I'm
but
talking about then.
when
not
they
now.
corrected it.
When it happened, they fixed the problem. I'm just saying, if it gets too out of hand, I'm pretty sure Vanguard will do one of two things.
See, and
Less
so-
likely fix it and just power creep it out. Which that's the one I'm most scared of is if we just keep
Okay,
climbing this
Paddle
crazy.
fast.
How
They
long did it
haven't
take
fixed
them for them to
gold.
fix
They
Bermuda?
fixed gold,
Look,
and it wasn't anything.
look. They fixed gold, they fixed Bermuda, all that's fine. This thing, granted, you have to ride a second grade 3 to get the effect up because there is no soul charge in standard right now. There is premium, but fuck premium right now. Standard. There is no soul charge in grade 3s. So the only way you get this off is by riding a second grade 3. Regardless, if you ride a second grade 3 and get it off, you have 5 front row rear guards. They have no hand. Unless they get trigger lucky, you can take someone from 1 to dead.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong on any of this. I'm just as scared.
Exactly. Which means the only way to fix it is not to make it.
Hang on, so this begs the question: with all this stuff, Silverthorn and all the other Excel clans rising up, how is this going to match up compared to what they can do? Right? Is it going to be able to generate enough?
See, if this actually happens, and I sit down and I see a nerd coming on the other end, I'm going, you know what? My hand's going to go away eventually. Hit!
Yep.
Well,
What is
We,
there-
it's literally
okay,
okay. This is going back to whenever me and you specifically remember this one really bad because we had the decks for it.
Which ones?
Saint Guard
Oh!
and Ripple.
I remember that.
And,
I know that!
and Saint Guard, Ripple, and then it went to 7 Seas. We are going back to the Rush meta. We don't have enough cards for Rush Limbaugh yet. We can't rush crap. There's only certain decks that can rush properly.
there's only one. The most optimal grade 2 rush deck is still Aqua Force. But one trigger stops him. But still, if you don't hit with no triggers, Aqua Force can get you from 0 to 5 on their grade 2 turn.
Bermuda.
You know what?
They
Splash Mountain.
Fuck that news.
Okay, hold on. This one thing I just realized is about this. So we don't have the full skill effect. But what if this effect goes on as soon as you place it, you must do it, and if from last turn, if the opponent was pretty smart, took out everything kind of the rear guards, when they place it, they bind all their hand, that all they have is just the vanguard itself.
They're not wrong.
That would be pretty decent.
They're not wrong.
Still, I don't like the idea of someone going, alright, that's fine, I'm going to run the grade 1 perfect guards, and the rest of this, crits! We're gonna run 16 crits in this bitch.
12, they haven't printed 16, but still. That's what I was gonna say.
We're going to get to that point though.
Yeah, like literally.
12 crits?
Like, I don't, like, you gotta think.
Puff it.
Damn right.
Go away.
Like, you're completely right in that sense that if this is that way on placeability and both hands go away and they don't have a board to swing with, they still have a vanguard.
Yeah, they still have vanguard, which is not bad.
That
Your opponent also has
intercepts. That also limits it because then you literally have to play cards that are like the beast, like the Dragon Tamer in Pale Moon, that hits the entire board, so they don't have anything left. If you don't play that card in Pale Moon now, you have this rear guard, this rear guard, this rear guard, and this one if they have to.
But okay, here's another thing. Majority of the decks nowadays have board wipes.
But almost none of them are ran.
So.
Yeah, Mega Colony, we do not run.
Oh, no,
Almost none of them are ran.
Yeah. Anyway, my point stands, like, you are correct. You know what another counter player will do then? Oh, you filled up a board to kill my units, let me just gauntlet buster you.
Don't forget the Phoenix.
Oh, no.
Actually, it's completely right!
What's going to happen is, oh look, I guard with these grade 1 Phoenixes, they go to the drop zone, now I'm going to attack. Yeah!
Oh, you killed my rear guards? I still need to bind something for this effect, because you probably killed my rear guards with your rear guards. Let me bind that. Like, hey, look, birds.
Yeah,
hey,
birds.
they're 11Ks on their own. Hey, on an Excel marker, they're bigger.
Sorry,
hey,
I didn't mean to
bound
be
three.
bad news.
16 to 21.
Okay, so now we're going to make another parallel with this. The same pattern, the same play pattern that follows is what broke Magic in last standard set? Or the one before? One before. Is it Phoenix came out, and it's a Reanimator style deck.
Go figure it was a freaking Phoenix.
Yeah, is it
It's
Phoenix?
always the fire chickens.
Always the fire
Reanimator style gameplay is always going to be stupid because they don't care. Blow up the board, go right ahead. Unless you get to just shoot down the grave, which...
Unless
to be honest
you eat my
here-
hand,
Yeah.
it's coming back. Yeah. If I can cast 3 spells.
In other words,
it's
screw
delicious.
Narukami. Alright? Vanquisher didn't need that. That's what we're
Alex, shut up.
Like,
Vanguard
we
did
knew,
not need that.
We knew they were getting hand restrict, but the entire hand, come on.
And
And
I
if
don't-
it 3 at the worst.
I don't care that you hit yourself as well. You're getting game most likely after. Because like
Exactly.
even if you don't kill them, they don't have no hand. You have at least 2 cards in hand now.
But there again...
So, even if it's not the whole hand, if it's just one, bind one and then get one from the hand, what if it's, being able to activate multiple turns, or multiple times in a turn?
Just stop, please no.
I'm telling
Please
you.
no, just stop. Okay.
They didn't
Okay,
specify.
okay, enough.
We're giving this man name.
Anyways, so Alex, we don't want to hear it. Thank
We don't
exactly.
like you.
Thank you for
not being
coming.
here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Now you may leave. We don't want to hear this.
Notice he's not here.
Now,
On purpose.
yeah,
He was
now
very
we
well
took him out.
For this specifically.
Now, on to why we are really
Main
here.
topic. Main topic of this episode, if anybody stuck through this. Main topic of this episode, as you saw in the title, this episode is specifically meant to kind of elaborate our path all the way to here. Because we started, 3 years ago now?
Roughly.
Me and Alex had this grand idea, let's start a YouTube channel. Dragged me in, dragged Jeff in, pitched the idea to the rest of the guys.
Drag us in.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we started it in my dorm room, continued, posted videos, had fun, bloopers came out, had a good run. Then the year after kind of get a little bit stale, because we were transitioning from G to standard.
Well, not even that. You also weren't here for part.
Everyone
You
was
were out of the
everyone
country.
was busy for the most part.
Exactly.
You were out of the country.
Come
For the
life.
first 2 years,
You got deported again.
for the first 2 years of our channel, we got to 130 some subscribers for 2 years.
To those
This
fans,
year.
thank you.
This year, we came back, we made a new plan, we decided to do proxy plays for 2 reasons. One, we were already doing them outside, like we would just
Might as
print,
well.
print cards, play with them, figure out how we want to play the decks before they came out, so we got chances. And then we realized, hey, why don't we just record this? It might be fun for other people to see these interactions, these cards.
And then we found out that apparently not a lot of people, if any, hardly do these sort of things.
Shout out to Freedom Duo. You guys are also amazing because you gave us some of the inspiration.
True.
And ever since then, this channel has blown up. We're at 675 subscribers on today of recording.
I still don't know why you people watch us.
We're funny!
We're something.
Exactly.
Sad, maybe.
I'm predicting us to hit over 1K by the new year.
So that'd be nice. Yeah, that would be great.
I mean,
It's ambitious, but if anyone can do it, they can.
Exactly. So thank you everybody. But I want to clear something up. Like I said, the reason we did Proxy Plays, we one day just realized, hey, why don't we just record these interactions? So Proxy Play is meant to showcase new cards, showcase how these cards may be used, and some of the interactions that can happen with current cards out. And as this progresses with leaks and sets come out, just add to it, add to it, add to it.
This shows the natural progression of how the game develops according to how we see it and how we play it.
And this is all our view and our opinion around the decks, around play mechanics, around play styles, everything. One thing I want to point out clear, Proxy Play are not videos that showcase competitive and optimal and to the T decks.
If you guys want that kind of stuff, in all honesty, those kind of decks, if you want them, would come out after the set is released. The only way we would make official lists is if we had the cards fully there.
Exactly.
Full card stock. We've had time to play with them. We've had time to test them.
And that's where Proxy Plays also come in handy. They help us figure out where the optimal stuff is. And you guys also help us out by commenting and suggesting builds, suggesting ideas to improve those decks. Like someone commented on our video about adding Pelennor to the Gold Paladin Aggravate deck, and I added it and tested it out, and I loved the interaction because after Aggravate turn, if they let a rearguard hit, it just
so dumb.
It's exactly. But someone suggested that. And we used it and we saw it, and it's probably one of the ideas for the build. It's probably not, what most people would consider meta, but it is one idea for the build. We've been getting a lot of comments on the Nova Grappler videos. I want to make this clear. The Nova Grappler videos, the Nova Grappler decks I play, I'm the Nova Grappler player. The way I built it is from my play style and what I think and how I want to play the deck. It is not meta, it is not optimal. So people that tell me this is the only way to play Gahand, I can't listen to that because I can't agree with that. It's not the only way. If you want to play it that way, go right ahead. Feel free. I'm going to play it this way, and if there are some ideas that I think you have valid points of, I'm going to add it in my deck and play it that way as well.
Mm-hmm. And in all honesty, I'll just go ahead and say this. I know everyone's going to have their own opinion. I know everyone's going to say whatever they want to because it's YouTube, but hurt happens here. I mean, you just sort of do that kind of stuff, and that's fine. Do say whatever you want, just be respectful, because the second you're not, then we'll have some issues. But, if you have an idea for a deck, or if you feel like this would be better, start your own channel and show us that it's better. Because I promise you, I've been playing since this game started. I was the one that dragged all of them into this game.
Technically, I came in just at my own.
I drug you.
You just didn't know it. You stepped in hell and you didn't realize it.
I walked into the room.
As far as that's concerned, and I will record again. Veteran players will have a better chance of earning my adoration and respect for your concepts. If you were just starting into G, if you just started into V, get good. I mean, in all honesty, if you do not have the background to know how the game started and how the cards play, if you don't have ruling experiences, if you don't have judge experience, if you don't have play experience, if you don't have time on you, go ahead and have your opinions, but realize that it is also perfectly fine for everyone else to say, all right, you can have these views. They won't work because when it happened the first time it didn't work. What makes you think it's going to work now? I mean, just sort of experience it and realize that a lot of times the I'm all in on this one build is how you lose.
You gotta be open-ended.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
And it's not also about that. When they're telling me about the whole competitive thing, if that were true, if we were totally focused on just a competitive scene, we would just make proxy space for Novas, Murakumo, and whatever else.
We would look at the metas.
Yeah, just pure meta. But we're also doing proxy space for other decks like Hamskate. There's nowhere in hell that is going to go anywhere near the top. But it's fun to play. Same thing with Arboros. And later on, maybe we do find a combo that can literally break it and put it at the top. But who knows? We're literally just to showcase that it's fun and to showcase that there are other builds besides just the main meta-focused competitive deck. There are other fun builds.
Because a lot of players have their clans that they love to death, and they'll love it, even as bad as it can possibly be. And it will never. Sometimes it'll never ever show up on the radio, except for like maybe once in every 2 years.
And that's why I love.
And they want to see it played regardless.
Yeah. So that's why my intention with Proxy Play. My intention with Proxy Play was always I want people to come here, see these interactions with these new cards, and either agree with the interactions. They can disagree, but at least when they see and disagree, they'll know. Oh, this is now probably one of the way that's most optimal. This gave me an idea. Like.
It's meant to spark conversation. It's meant to showcase and let people see how the cards interact and what they do. Because I promise you, the suggestions that we have for like New Atama versus this, or Angel Feathers versus this. Please don't recommend Angel Feather for anything. It is in a very sad place. But it offers a lot of these games people want to see are games that would never happen except for like in the bottom rung.
All right. We made our piece. I hope people listen, or at least understand what we're trying to do.
This isn't an attack.
Exactly. This is a clarification, an announcement, and a thank you to everybody that has subscribed and is still following us, and everybody in the future that's gonna subscribe. So on that note, we're gonna end it here. I do want to say this. Please leave in the comments what you want to see in proxy plays, in the sense of if you want to see certain deck builds, certain interactions. We will attempt to try them. I'm not going to promise we're going to do every one of them. But if we see some good, interesting interactions or versus matches that we might be able to do, we might try it. For example, Great Nature versus Metacon. I want to see that.
Please no.
It's gotta happen. I've been kind of been absent.
So please leave comments please leave comments down below of what interactions or what decks you want to see play against each other, or more decks of in proxy play. Because we're in fishing season. V times are going to be a little bit low because there's a lot of Bermuda, and we're going to be focusing more on deck profiles, more proxy plays, and everything else.
Actually, on this video, make a comment down below if you want to see something specific during this filler season.
Pretty much.
Like if you want to have a rant of some sort, if you want us to focus on a specific deck and analyze it, by all means, let us know.
Exactly. So,
we also will sadly do Bermuda support because
we'll still do Bermuda.
There is a community for it, and I will be representing it just so we know what it does
and
how it affects everyone else.
I'm gonna get Hector to do Deep Police soon as well. Anyway,
you had Deep Police the entire time here.
Stop. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching this video. Please like this video, leave a comment down below like we said, subscribe to our channel, ring that bell button, and as always, I've been Philip.
Hector.
I'm Lon.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Shane.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Oh no.
Woo!
Look how beautiful this looks.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Oh,
We're wasting
look
time.
beautiful.
What's beautiful?
I found bloopers. I quit having
What